What's up, guys? 2:01 East Coast time. We've got a couple special guests. Well, not really special guests. A host and a special guest rolling from the WC West Coast West Side, where it's only 11:01, and you are listening to the eBay versus Amazon show. And we got some cool stuff to let you know about. We got some events, some things to tell you about, as well as we finally got the box. The box you guys have all been waiting for. I mean, we missed 2 weeks, right? This is like 3 weeks. Yep. We've been waiting to see what happens in this box. So we got that for you guys, so stay tuned for that. We'll open it soon as we let some people trickle in. So my co-host, wherever he is, I don't know which side you're looking at, Jason T. Smith, what's up?
What's happening, everybody? It is Monday morning. It's windy and chilly here in Vegas. And, yes, the post office, one of those rare moments where the post office really let us down. Chris shipped that box priority on the week before I ended up in Palm Springs, thinking it would get there in perfect time. Didn't get there. 10:28.
It cost $40.
And the whole week I was in Palm Springs, it never showed up, and it didn't show up by Monday for the next show, and then it showed up sometime after that. So, yeah, here we are, 3 shows now, and we finally got the box. And, yeah, it's we will see here in a few seconds what the Rock and Wine Glass did together. Based on our luck,
packing material.
It's fine. I think the glass smoothed the Rock out. That's what I'm guessing.
Well, for people who don't know what we did, I'll let Jason introduce his buddy. We shipped a wine glass similar to this, a little bigger than this one. And we've been shipping stuff back and forth. I got this plate, I got this coffee cup, I got this little witch figure, and nothing breaks. We don't put any packing material in, we just put it in a box and ship it East Coast to West Coast, West Coast to East Coast. Nothing breaks. So I said, screw it. We're going to add some packing material to this one in the form of a 2-pound softball-sized rock in a 14-cubed box. And I don't know, I'm guessing it didn't make it.
You know, Chris sent me this 3-pot ceramic teapot with no packing material, and it made it just fine except for 4 little chips, but it is still very usable, and there was no packing material at all needed.
That thing rattled like you wouldn't believe when I dropped it off.
All
I had
the
to be so careful.
Just those little chips, that's all the breakage from this being in a box, all by its lonesome with no packing material. All right, so before we have open, I'll bring my guest on, and my guest knows a little bit about shipping some fragiles too. This is my guest, my good friend Rory. Hello, Rory.
Morning, all.
Rory is live. Do you mind where I say you're live from?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Rory is live from Palm Springs, and Rory is a good tiki friend of mine. I mean, he's a good friend, but we hang in the tiki world together. And Rory ships and sells mugs, and he knows all about packing fragile. So I know you would never send this without any packing material.
No, that's exactly the way I do it. I usually actually wrap it up in barbed wire and concrete. Yeah, a little different I go.
So speaking of barbed wire, real quick, just a little side note. Have you ever been to the little flea market in Yucca Valley?
Which one?
The one that looks like it's in an abandoned little old Wild West review town?
Yeah.
Okay. So we walk into this little flea market, and the second you walk through one of the gates, there's just a mess of barbed wire laying on the ground for any little kid to trip and fall into. I'm like, how is this? I mean, and they're just like broken down buildings, jagged screws sticking out. I'm just like, how is this even past muster in the United States?
Oh, this is Yucca Valley. This is Desert Casual. And that's the kind of stuff they paint up and they make it into art.
Desert Casual equals barbed wire everywhere.
You know, when you go to that area, nothing shocks me. It's actually becoming a hipster haven. And that town is actually building up a little bit, very cost effective. But when you go down there, I always love looking at the antiques next to the locals that create art.
Yep.
And the creating of art is like barbed wire spray painted red and nailed to a piece of plywood. And it's, what would you call it? Urban art or?
Yep.
Yeah.
I call that desert art.
Yeah, there you go.
So if you're ever in Yucca Valley, check out the little flea market. It's kind of, I found one cool thing, but it's kind of definitely a slice of Americana with.
That's where I got my Luke Skywalker from.
Did you really?
Yeah, Yucca Valley. They had this in an antique shop slash kind of goodwill, and I saw this, and I'm like, oh my God, that is awesome. Where would you think to find this in a Yucca Valley? But it's a good mix.
Yep. And my mom says, nice Woodco Rory.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Good taste.
All right, so Rory's got the box. There's the Woodco. Rory's got the box, and I think we should put it
over
open.
Under. Let's do it this way. Over under on the number of pieces of glass. One piece being no breakage. All right, so chat room, one piece means no breakage. And you can go up from there. 2, 3, 4, take it as high as you want. But the lowest possible answer you can give is one piece of glass, and we'll see.
I don't have to count it, do I?
No, you can estimate. You can estimate.
I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that part. Yeah, there's going to be math involved. And,
we'll do like up to 10, right? 10 plus is the highest that you can guess, and hopefully with a quick glance you can you'll know if it's more than 10.
So Rory, you either have yourself a new wine glass and a new rock, or just a new rock.
I've been looking for a new rock.
I wanted that rock back. I mean, you were supposed to open that when you were there and then bring my rock back to put in my garden.
I'll see Rory sooner or later. I'll have him hold on to the rock. I'll get it back to you. All right, so we got 25, 8, 2, 10 plus, 6.2, hilarious. 4, one piece but cracked. 3, 3, I'll go for 5. 2.
Where's the one? I thought we'd get more ones. You guys realize nothing has ever broken, right? Like, we out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 out of the 6 that we've done, 5 out of 5 have arrived in fine condition, and everybody's down on this one.
Do you have that? Hey, Chris, do you have that plate handy?
Yeah.
So Rory, we sent plates in boxes that the box was too small for the plate, so we angled it and jammed it in. So here's the plate I sent Chris in a box that was way too small for it, and he did the same, and no breakage. The mug didn't break. Now this
is America, people.
This figurine that Chris is holding not only didn't break, it broke the box. It punctured the box.
That's quality.
And so you've done 4 and I've done 3, so we are 7 for 7 on no breaking with one thing left.
All right, Rory, it is now time to open. Please do not shake so we can, give a good reveal. So just feel free to cut it. We don't need to see you cutting it open. But let's open her up and then kind of angle it towards the camera.
Yeah.
Is that a kitchen knife? What a bachelor. What a bachelor.
How's that box look? Is it like kind of dented up?
It sure is.
Wow.
Plus, well, Chris has also been on tour for 2 weeks.
It has been around the block, man. That thing's been like 10 days in Boston.
Yeah, when Chris and I go to open something in our offices, we have box cutters. Rory's a bachelor.
You guys are a little more professional.
Rory's desk that he's sitting at is actually a tiki bar. And Chris taped it really good because if it did break into shards, that it wouldn't harm anybody.
I'm going to move the screen back so I can show you.
All right.
And no shaking, correct?
Well, I mean, at this point you can do what you do, but...
And a bonus question, is the rock in one piece or not?
The rock is good.
Rock is good.
Guys,
the rock, man.
Well, obviously, it's a success story right now. Let's stop it here.
Correct answer on the rock is one piece.
I would say more than 10 pieces.
All right, hold it up, Roar, because we can't see the actual shards.
I'm trying to do it without spilling it on my cat.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
No, they beat up that box. There's no way that happened just from the.
I know.
Can I do the shake test yet?
Yeah.
Now you can do the shake test. It is so broke. It's almost back to sand.
I love it.
But the one piece that looks good.
Where's the stem?
The stem.
Dude, we should make that into like a necklace or something.
Yeah, we can smooth out those jagged edges.
At this point, there's a fine powder of small debris over my countertop.
So thank you, Rory, for doing that. Obviously, be careful of your lovely pets that I so adore when you remove that from your house. And do hang on to that rock, because we'll make it a fun story of getting it back to Chris.
Put it on myself.
All right, there you go. Next time a friend comes over, like, what's that rock? It's a long story.
So where is this rock from, by the way, so I know the town?
Oh, Massachusetts.
Rehoboth.
Perfect.
It actually, I had to go out and like find one. They wanted to put one in that was too big, too small. So I spent a lot of time looking for that rock.
So obviously, the perfect rock. It did the job.
Yeah, I think the new trick now is to do it with different size rocks. So can we ship the same wine glass with like a pebble, and not a pebble, but like say like a rock like this big as opposed to the giant one you put.
So the question was it the rock, or was it the size of the box that possibly broke this thing, or the combination of the two?
Or the handling based on how beat the box was.
Yeah, man, they had some fun with that. I think once they realized it broke, they were like, screw it.
Yeah. As I told you, when I found it at the end of my driveway, whoever delivered it knew they didn't want to knock on the door and hand it to me.
Which is fine. I understand that. We're not trying to. We wouldn't have claimed anything on it. I do want to see if I can get a little bit of refund on this postage, since it was priority mail and took what 3.5 weeks to get there. I don't know how that works, so I'm gonna check on that.
All right, cool. Well, thank you, Rory, for being part of our stupid experiment. I mean, our fun experiment. Rory wants to plug. He's got an event if you're in or near Palm Springs. It's an awesome event, so go ahead, Rory. The floor is yours.
If you are in Palm Springs on December 18th, which is a Friday, at the Tonga Hut, we are doing a Caliente Christmas, where proceeds will go to the no-kill animal shelter here in Palm Springs, 20% of all you eat and drink. And we also are a drop-off or Toys for Tots, so please bring toys. You are Santa this year.
So for those of you not in the tiki world, the Tonga Hut is an awesome, awesome tiki bar run and owned by a bunch of friends of ours. And Rory puts on great, great events. And I was at the Tonga Hut many times 2 weeks ago with Rory, hanging out, having good drinks and a good time. So Rory puts on cool events. So he decided basically to have an excuse to throw a drinking party to raise for the no-kill shelter and Toys for Tots, and that is awesome. So thank you, Rory, for that. Good on you, brother. And then that'll lead us right into what we're doing. So we'll say goodbye to Rory, and then now we're going to talk about Wounded Warrior. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
I tip my hat to you, brother.
See you, bud. We did Toys for Tots for our first fundraiser, because we are now on year 3. The first ever Scan Power fundraiser was for Wounded Warriors. We did 15 straight hours of Spreecast, and we set our goal at $15,000, hoping to raise $1,000 an hour for Toys for Tots. We ended, I think, at like 18.3 or 18.6 or something. So we met our goal. We had a dancing minion. We did. It was a pretty cool little event. And then last year, our second one, we switched from Toys for Tots to Wounded Warrior Project, and we're using them again this year. And yeah, they were very receptive. They really liked what we did for them. So they are a good partner, a good nonprofit to work with. And yeah, it's coming up. It's quick. Today's Monday. Thursday is the day. And I'm still not sure how long we're going to go, man. We can talk about that right now if you want.
Yeah, I initially said we should go 24 hours because, we all sell online. And when you sell online, there is no time. It's a 24-hour clock. People are up. And I live in the city where there is no change in the day. So, you live in the east side of Cleveland in little podunk Chardon, Ohio, 10 o'clock, every business but the bars are closed, and then 1 o'clock, everything's closed. I live in a town where, the middle of the night is just as busy because people who work third shift, they get off, they go out, and to them, 4 a.m. is their 9 p.m. So I'm used to this world where nothing closes. Shit's always busy. So I said, Chris, we could go 24 hours. And Chris is like, well, I'm up for it. I don't think there'll be much of an audience. And so I've softened a little bit. Maybe we won't go for 24, but we'll definitely be going to midnight. And I think I had an idea about what we can do from midnight to 1, like a little fireside chat, if you will.
I think we should. I'm leaning towards going from 9 a.m. Eastern to 3 a.m. Eastern. It'll give us 18 hours, and that'll take us all the way through to midnight West Coast. So no matter when you're working, you're going to be able to tune in and catch some of it live. Now, guys, I'm already thinking this through. I do not plan on recording every minute of this and archiving it, right? Like, we're going to have a lot of great content, but I don't think anyone's going to watch a full 18-hour replay. So we're going to record segments of it. So you do want to listen live. At least have it on in the background, and definitely check out the page for perks for your donations. It's going to go live on Wednesday. 2 days from now, you're going to see the perks go live, and a lot of them are limited, and a lot of them are ridiculous. So if you want them, get them. Don't be waiting. Don't be like, oh, maybe I'll pick that up later. They're going to disappear pretty quick. So we got some great perks from low dollar prices all the way up to some premium stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get to 150. I really wouldn't be surprised. We've got, and I say at 150, 150,000, with our goal this year being 100,000. First time going to 6 digits. I'm a little nervous about that because last year we put 20 grand as the goal, and we stormed past that up to 58,000. And once we hit that goal, what did we do? I said if we hit 50, I'd shave my head, or was it 40? I think it was only 40. We stormed past that to 58. That was great. So,
yeah, I think you're right, because I think you're like, oh, if we double from our goal,
yeah.
I was in my head thinking we wouldn't get there. I don't think you thought we'd get there.
That's a big jump. I mean, like, that's a stretch goal, right? Doubling your goal. Like, if we get to 200,000, I don't know what I could do, like, in appreciation, right? Because, like, shaving my head, no big deal. Shaving my beard, no big deal. But I think Jason's got a few ideas for when we hit that goal, which might be kind of earlier in the day than we think, because those Scan Power conference tickets, there's only 100 of them. If they sell out, that's the goal.
True. Yeah, I didn't think of that, but I'm not backing down. There's one thing I won't back down, because I looked at it this way. Look, we got to do something. You shaved your head. As much as I love the cause, I ain't shaving my beard, all right? So we'll take that off the table. I think I might have joked about it when I was drunk last year, but I ain't doing that. But I'm like, all right, I do want to give something, because I put myself out there, and what would be more fun than me shaving my beard but getting my chest waxed? And I looked at it this way. It would be just great fun on the broadcast, but if we got any haters tuning in, they'll pay $50 to see me in pain. I know it. Like, I might, once you put the link live, I might go find all my haters and send them the link. Like, here, stop being an asshole for 2 minutes, raise some money for Wounded Warrior, and you can see me in pain. It'll be the best day of your life. You get a tax write-off, you do something good, and the guy you hate the most, Jason T. Smith, you can watch him be in pain.
Well, the tax write-off, I don't know how the tax stuff works, but I do know that Indiegogo is all fully integrated with the nonprofits. So when we set up this fundraiser, all I had to do was put in the Wounded Warrior Project's tax ID number, and that's it. So your donation comes through, you're going to get the paperwork, you're going to get the donation stuff, the money's going to be collected and all sent straight to Wounded Warrior Project. It's a very easy, seamless process, which is just the way I like it, because I do not want to sit here and make sure everybody has tax forms to get their write-offs or whatever that is. That is not something I'm good at. What I am good at is talking for 15 straight hours, because I've done it several times now. So if we go 18 straight hours, it shouldn't be that bad. I don't think. And I got some great ideas for some fun stuff that we'll be doing this Thursday.
And plus, you'll have me there this year, so if you need to go poop or whatever, then I'm there to cover while you're away.
So I can take breaks. Yeah, last time it was no breaks.
Yeah, the one thing I said to Chris after watching the first two, I'm like, look, these have been great. Incredible broadcasts, incredible money raised, and incredible content to learn, but just a little bit of fun. Like when the panda shows up, it's a lot of fun. I said, you need a little bit more fun. It doesn't have to be yucks and giggles all day long, but I think a little more fun interjected would go a long way. So I'm like, let me come out. I want to help in whatever way I can. And we have some ideas about broadcasting, live from a thrift store. We're gonna use multiple platforms, if I'm not mistaken, right, Chris?
We're gonna simulcast, and I'm psyched about this because I really think it's gonna work really well. Because since it's a broadcast, then we can just put out the sound, right? Like the sound's not gonna be an issue. So we can have Periscope, Meerkat, Blab, Zoom, and Google Hangouts. And they're all mobile friendly. You guys can listen in the car, you can listen on your phone. And since it's mobile, all of them mobile friendly, we can just, hey, Jay, let's go to the thrift store. And we just hop in the car. and we take the broadcast to the store. We can do whatever we want, together or separate. It's really opened up with the new platforms we're using.
All right, so 2 things. Somebody said waxing is too painful. What if Chris just gives you a shave? Okay, waxing would be funny. If Chris was lathering me up and shaving my chest, we'd be in a whole different kind of broadcast at that point.
That'd be weird. I don't know about that.
Look, if Steve Carell can do it for 40-year-old virgin, I can do it too for a good cause. Hey, look, you got to donate $100K to get me to wax my chest, and I might not go full the whole thing. I'm thinking about doing just like TTB for the thrifting board across my chest. I thought that'd be funny. But I think what we can do is go to the thrift store and go find something cool, because every thrift store's got something cool, and just auction it right there. Like, we'll be live from the thrift store going, all right, I have found this awesome, pre-Duffy Mickey teddy bear. Who wants it, kind of thing?
Yeah, and guys, I'm going to auction off a bunch of cool stuff here. Like this, we're auctioning this off, right? You can buy it and then sell it and recoup some of your donation. Maybe you just wanted to have, hey, that's the Duffy that Chris Green found that was always on the show. This stuff will be auctioned off, and this is an important reason. You guys got to be in members of the Facebook groups, the big ones like Scam Power, Scanner Monkey, Thrifting Board, e-commerce group. We are going to post in there for some of the perks. Not all the perks are going to be on the page. We're going to say, okay, guys, we're doing either an auction or we're doing a buy it now. We're saying, hey, we got 20 of these for $200 a piece. First 20 people to go to the page and donate $200 are going to get this perk, whether it's a 3-month sourcing group membership or a coaching call, or we'll just run this as an auction for an hour, right? And at the end, the last bid, that's your high amount. Go to the page, donate, and I'm going to send it to you. And I hope people understand the value of this Amazon Hawaiian shirt. This is like, I don't want to like part with this thing, right? It's size extra large. It's Amazon branded. I have no idea where it came from. And anybody who's seen me at a conference wearing this shirt probably understands the value that I saw in it. The amount of connections, conversations that have started because of wearing the shirt. Guess what? That's why I got the shirt. I got so much value out of this shirt. And if you want that value, you can bid on the shirt. You can bid on it. I don't want to put a buy it now price on it because I want to go high. But yeah, this is. I didn't think I'd do it, but I'm doing it.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I got ideas too about just throughout the day, because also it's, you kind of structure the event, but then as the conversations roll and you talk, you're like, oh, I got an idea. All right, the first person to donate $100 will do this for them based on what we just talked about, kind of thing. And so I really think we can obtain this goal without much problem with all that we're offering. And so when I get to town tomorrow or first thing Wednesday, we got to find somebody who does the waxing local to Rehoboth. So ask Jen if she knows anybody. Let's start with our resources, the one that lives in your house.
Yeah, we'll find someone for that. And what about this? I got a GDFR hashtag sign. You saw it in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like maybe every hour that sign somehow shows up in the broadcast, right? And if you're the first one to spot it and text one of us, right? We'll give you a special cell phone number that you can text. Then you're gonna win a prize like every hour. So I mean, like as we move around and we change camera angles, you might just see the GDFR sign up here or something. If you do and you text first, boom, prize. It's going to be sick. It's going to be awesome. We got a bunch of ideas that we're going to nail down between now and Thursday, and bring you a better and better fundraiser each year. This year being year number 3.
Yeah. And I agree with Toronto. Yes, I do not want to use an amateur waxer. No. We need to find somebody that's their gig, not just like the guy at the end of the road selling oranges on the off ramp. No, we will find somebody who actually does waxing, because it will be my honor for the pain to raise money for Wounded Warriors, because my pain is nothing compared to the pain of a wounded warrior coming home from battle and having to deal with whatever they have to deal with, because I can do that. I am a big wuss, but I will happily do that to send $100,000 to the Wounded Warrior Project without even complaining. And I might pass out. It might be fun. I passed out twice during this tattoo, so you never know.
I don't know. All right, well, we got to go shopping once you get here. I do want to pick up some thrift store things. We need to do some definite drop tests to see if we can isolate kind of the level of destruction that post office is able to inflict on a box before glass breaks. We'll do a little research there for the post office free of charge. And yeah.
You're welcome, post office.
We should get someone from the post office stop by. We're going to have a lot of people in studio here, not just Jason T. Smith. He'll be here for the whole thing, but we do have some other people locally from around here that are going to stop in. Brendan from Prime Zero Prep is going to be here. Mike Flanagan's going to be here.
My boy Mike, we'll be drinking rum together, that's for sure.
We do need to hit the liquor store.
Yes, we do.
But definite, you got to make sure I pace myself, man. Don't let me drive too fast, all right? Because we've seen what happens.
Now, do you want me to make actual cocktails? Should I bring cocktail-making utensils?
I don't know. I got that everything you left at the Providence party.
I mean, that was just booze, but I can make, I'll need to do a little shopping, but we can make, some Mai Tais or some stuff like that.
All right, I think we should do a little segment on, making drinks. Like you can do the whole, we're going to squeeze the lime and all that stuff.
All right. Yeah. All right, so we just all right, there it is, decided we're going to do some Mai Tais. Because I got to tell you, we're going to go way off topic here. We're going to talk about drinks for a second. The Mai Tai is the most bastardized cocktail probably of all time. It started out in a real place. It started out with Trader Vic. It was a great recipe. It's mainly rum with just a little bit of this and that. And then over the years, for whatever reason, it turned into this awful rum punch packed with grenadine on every cruise ship and every restaurant in Hawaii. And that's not a Mai Tai. It's horrible. If you get a Mai Tai that's pink or red, you do not have a Mai Tai. Your Mai Tai should be very much dark brown. Now, that being said, some of the classic Mai Tais have variations of the recipe. And the one I like actually has a little bit of juice in it, a little bit of orange juice, a little bit of pineapple. And that is not called for in the original Mai Tai. But this was from the Royal Hawaiian. It's still there in Hawaii, but this is back when it was a classic place with classic cocktails. And I've had friends who are rum snobs, who are Mai Tai snobs, come over. I've made this version for them, and they've all said the same thing. Can I have a second, please? So that's the version I'll be making. So if you know your Mai Tais and you see me putting in orange pineapple, I get it. It's not what you're used to, but trust me, it's awesome.
That's the diversity that we want on this show. We're going to talk a lot about Amazon, eBay, merch by Amazon, which just found out went invitation only. You cannot just sign up for a merch by Amazon account anymore. I really hope everybody got in like I told you to. And everyone who said, I'll worry about that after the fourth quarter, well, now you can't make any shirts. All right? So I do encourage everybody to hop on things as soon as they come out, because if you wait, sometimes things like this happen. You know what I want to add? Jen is going to come on and do a little bit of a segment with us, kind of about nutrition and fitness for the online seller who, for the most part, we sit on our butts in front of the computer, and we'll get up and we'll pack a box. But a lot of our time is spent sitting in a car, not a big fitness community, really, of online sellers. So not that we're trying to change everybody's lifestyle, but maybe she can add a few tips to things that we can do for diet, health, even just diet on the road. I mean, you've been on the road. If you could want to eat healthy, and it just doesn't happen, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, the last time I was out and about, I needed a lunch, and it had to be quick, and I like some fast food, but not all. And there was a point where I even had to pick a restaurant I don't even care for that much because it was the only option at that moment. But I needed lunch because I'm a big fella. If I start getting wicky and fall down, that won't be any good. But here's the real question, Chris. Is the segment of being healthy going to be before or after Mai Tais?
Oh, I don't know. We'll figure that out.
I'm in the background making drinks, and Jen's like, here's a good stretch for you.
We'll figure it out. But guys, stay tuned. The link for donations will go live on Wednesday. If you have ever been to a Scam Power conference, the one in Providence in March or Orlando in July, I've posted the link ahead of time to you guys. So if you've been to a conference before and you want to get your ticket, please check that link today or tomorrow and book your ticket. And we will be posting links soon for Blab, Meerkat, Periscope, Google Hangouts, and Zoom. Because, Jay, I finally joined the club, man, and I got the big surfboard iPhone. So we have a lot of devices here to run each one So I'm spending the rest of the day setting all those up. This is going to be pretty incredible. It's going to be a lot to keep track of, but yeah, we're going to be able to reach a lot of people. We're going to hit that stretch goal. I hate to bail on you, but it's 2:31, and I do have someplace I have to be at 2:45, so I'm going to let you carry the rest of the show. And and we will. If we don't chat by tomorrow, then I'll just see. You flying into Providence or Boston?
Yeah, I'm flying to Providence. I get in at 4:35.
Perfect. Providence is easy. I don't want to go to Boston.
No, I wouldn't do that to you, brother. All right, get out of here, and I'll text you my flight info, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4:35.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.
See you, Chris. Yeah, I won't finish up the full hour, but I will talk a little bit more. I want to make sure that everyone who's tuned in now that tunes in on Thursday, you're going to learn a ton. We're going to raise money. And if you're going to donate money, might as well get a perk. Like, look, we were at the Pug Oktoberfest a couple weeks ago where Stacey and I were the judges for the Pug costume contest. And all the money goes to the local Pug rescue where we got our youngest son. And, when you run a rescue, it's a thankless work. You're always out of pocket. You never have enough money. Luckily, you find vets who will do the work for either free or discounted rate, but there's still tons of bills. There's food needed. And the people who run these rescues, at least the ones I've always worked with, just amazing people. I couldn't do it for two reasons. I'd want to keep them all, and I'd want to beat the shit out of the people that screwed up these little dogs. So when we gave a big donation that day, and after I gave it, I thought, oh man, they were giving us a lot of stuff away for money. We actually could have taken something home. Not that it really bothered me, but I thought about it after the fact. So if you're going to donate this week, look, if you're just donating $5, cool. If everyone who's in all our groups donated $5, we would go past 100,000 real quick. But if you got some money and we all need tax write-offs. At the end of the year, we work for ourselves. We need good tax write-offs. So buy the ticket to the Scam Power Conference. Come to it. You will more than earn your money by what you learn and the connections you make with that $1,000, but also it's a $1,000 write-off. So keep that in mind. But like I said, we will have some fun this week. This year, we're going to do cocktails. We're going to do exercises. Maybe Jen will do it as an exercising panda, or Jen will show some exercises and we'll have someone else play the panda. So shenanigans. And yeah, I have an idea for the after midnight hour. So it'll be for adult ears only. It will not be X-rated, so to speak, but there will be some harsh language. But that's all I'll tell you for now. So tune in on Thursday. The links will be everywhere. It'll be in Scampower. It'll be in Scanner Monkey. It'll be in the Thrifting Board. It'll be on my personal page. It'll be on the Thrifty Business with Jay and Nay page. Everywhere that you see me or Chris or any of the other friends that are going to help us with the broadcast, you will see the link. So make sure you tune in. Last year, I watched all 15 hours straight from my house. And when I came on as the last guest at 11 p.m., I read notes from all 15 hours. And it was quite a thing to do. But you know what? I worked that whole 15 hours. I got a lot listed. I got a lot done. I enjoyed the broadcast, and it was fun watching the tally go up. Oh, yeah, I got to work on a tote board. I don't think they had much. I think they were writing it down last year. I don't know, maybe if I can find an app. If anyone knows of a tote board app for the iPad or something, we will do we'll do something a little flashier. I can't remember exactly last year, but I think it was maybe a dry erase board in the background. So I want to do something with, I want it to be more like the old school Jerry Lewis telethon. We'll get a drum roll. We'll throw it up on the screen. Hey, we're up to whatever. So tune in on Thursday. You can watch all day, part of the day, but please tune in. Please donate. We all of us either have a relative, a friend, or a close connection to a veteran, and this goes to those who were injured fighting for our freedom. So keep that in mind. That's the goal. The rest of it's kind of extra bonuses. If you get a perk, that's awesome. You get a write-off, that's awesome. But the main focus is to raise money for the Wounded Warrior Project. So keep that in mind. All right, with that, I don't think I have anything else today because guess what? I got to pack. My wife's a little miffed that she has to get up at 5 a.m. and take me to the airport tomorrow because I want to get in the middle of the afternoon so Chris and I can start working tomorrow night and then have all day Wednesday to prep everything for Thursday. So I have to go get my assistant ready and pack, and now I got to go pack cocktail materials because I wasn't even thinking about that till today. So tune in on Thursday. Make sure to stop in and say hi. Like Chris said, we're going to do Blab and a couple other platforms. So we'll be able to bring people in from around the world if they want to chat. Besides our speakers, we're going to have talk. So if you want to stop in and say hey and make a nice big donation or something along those lines, we'd love to have you. So also, you can easily message me on Facebook. I think I'll be doing I'll be Chris's comic relief, but I think I'll be while he's broadcasting, I'll be taking care of all the behind the scenes. I'll watch the chats, I'll watch the feeds, and make sure that everything is accounted for. Because I remember a couple of times, Chris is like, all right, the first 4 people to donate $100 get this. But then nobody specifically was sitting down going, all right, here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then Chris would be like, oh, who was those for? So I'm very much that guy to keep it all in order. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Besides bring a little fun and frivolity to the event. So, all right, tune in on Thursday. Thank you everyone for watching today. And what did we learn? A rock and a wine glass do not make a happy marriage. So thank you everyone, and we'll see you on Thursday.